What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel here. Sorry about the gap between videos. I just got really busy with work and stuff, but I'm going to put one out today. There's a chance I could put another one out this weekend. We'll see. I say that a lot and never do it, but this time I actually might. Today we're going to talk about NBA 2K20, uh, the most popular video game basketball franchise. Um, you guys are going to be surprised, but I'm actually going to rate this game pretty low, which is not necessarily based off gameplay. I'll get back into that later, but let me just start out with a couple things I like about this game. Of all the 2Ks I've ever played, this one feels the most realistic, as in like as far as like actual balancing of the player movement and the player's like athletic abilities and player skills. Um, and it's balanced and realistic, as in like I feel for the most part like I'm as close as we can to playing real basketball. Um, I'm gonna go over in depth in just a moment all the game modes in here, or at least all the relevant ones, and then we'll talk about some things I don't like and some other things I do like, and I'll give it a rating at the end. Anyways, be right back. All right, folks. So let's talk about the game modes in this game. Uh, We'll start with Play Now. Play Now is just jumping right into the game. You can match any teams you want against each other. Play Now also includes cool alternatives, kind of like what's playing in the background here is the Blacktop, where you can just play like a really elite level pickup game. Um, so Play Now is fine. It's a good game mode, especially if you're like playing online or if you have somebody over at your house to play. There is the My Team. I'm gonna be honest. My Team is probably the worst game mode in any game ever. It's it's pretty much just a let's throw a bunch of money at this and we might have a decent team game mode. It's like My Team is quite literally play to win, but it's also like a casino. So do with that what you will. I would not recommend playing that game mode. My career is on this game. It's decent. We'll get into a little bit more about that later about things I don't like about my career, but I'll say this: the my career is cool, especially because it's not as grindy to work on your guy this year, which is nice because like I don't have time to play this game all the time. I work a full time job, so it's nice that my guy he's already pretty good. And I mean, I spent a good amount of time on it, but I haven't spent forever on it. So thank you 2K for that. Um, but I don't care for my guy's nickname is Che. I don't know who wrote that, but that's terrible. Who wants to be called Che? Like, if you like being called Che, like, I don't mean to offend you, but I have no desire to be called Che. So I wish they'd at least give you a few names to pick from as far as the my career cutscene. So that's pretty silly if you ask me. Another game mode they have is like the My League slash Dynasty mode slash season modes. That's my favorite game mode in this game. The My League. It's completely customizable. I can put any player anywhere. I can create players to put in. The My League is a lot of fun to take over an organization and run it from top to bottom. Uh, I have no complaints about My League. My League is awesome. But yeah, now that that's out of the way, I'm going to get into things I do not like about this game, and then we will go from there. Alright, let's just get into it here. This game has some like game breaking issues, really, which is unfortunate because, like, as far as gameplay goes, I really like this game. But if you go to play My Park with your friends, on the off chance you can actually connect and like stay in a full match, which is rare. Like I get kicked probably 2/3 of the matches I play in My Park, and like I have a good internet connection, so that is not really the reason I don't think. Um, but yeah, I get kicked 2/3 of the time. So like, let's say I can actually finish a match. Um, it's oftentimes, at least not for me, but for my friends, it's oftentimes laggy, like really laggy. So it's really hard to even play, and sometimes it kicks you so hard it like crashes your game. Like my buddies and I tried to play for like an hour and a half the other day, and in that hour and a half span, we played about two My Park games. So that was really terrible, and it takes away one of the better game modes they have. is the My Park as part of the My Career. And one unfortunate thing too is I've been kicked in games where the score is like 19 to 16, and I don't get any credit for that almost entire game I played. So that's really frustrating. At least I don't lose rep for it, so kudos to them for that. But I just want credit for the amount that I did play. I didn't choose to be kicked, so that's an issue. And I've seen a lot of people complain about this issue online. It's borderline impossible to shoot in the My Career. Now let me elaborate on that. In every other game mode, shooting's fine. Like you can see the game mode I'm playing in the back. The shooting's fine. And like especially for me, I made a sharpshooting small forward, so my 3-point shot is maxed at 89. So at an 89 overall rating for 3-pointers, and I work hard to get good open shots, like I do. For open shots, unless I get a perfect release, the green light releases, if I don't green the shot, I legitimately shoot 20%, and that's being generous. It might even be less than that. Now, to put this in perspective, Stephen Curry is a 99 overall 3-point shooter, and deservedly so. He's the best shooter in the game. His career percentage is 45%, but he takes a lot of tough shots, and he shoots 45%. There are shooters in history that shoot a higher percentage than him because they take good open shots. Those are the shots that I work for, and at an 89 overall with lots of shooting badges, I got lots of them gold, I got silvers, I got bronze. Like, my guy theoretically could shoot. On open shots, I don't green, 20%. Fortunately for me, I'm a pretty decent shooter. Like, I green, I don't know, a decent amount of my shots, but any of them I do not green light, it's a guaranteed miss. So, like, legitimately, like, I just played a playoff game against the Lakers in My Career, and I'm pretty sure I shot 1 for 7 on, like, wide open, good release shots because I only greened one of them. Like, sure, am I expected to green it every time? Maybe, but that's a little bit ridiculous mechanic. Someone at an 89 overall 3-point shot taking the quality of shots I shoot, doesn't matter if it's a great release or not, those got to fall in 40% of the time. Like, I appreciate that players missed this year, but, like, there's got to be a balance. Someone that good at shooting shouldn't just miss continuously. And, like, I play on All-Star. Like, it's way easier to shoot on Pro for obvious reasons, but, like, it shouldn't be that difficult to shoot on All-Star. I just want to, like, have competition in My Career games and actually have fun playing. And if I don't play on All-Star or higher, I can't. I just dominate every game. So, like, I get it, but the shooting's broken. It needs to be looked at. One thing they could do to, like, keep the skill gap that they created and also, like, balance the shooting is only have green releases on, like, shots at 20% or under contested. So if you're over 20% contested, you can't green the shot. But if you're under 20%, you can. I don't know. I'm kind of just spitballing here, but I think that would actually help both me and people that are even better shooters than me. But, you know, I don't run 2K, but that's a huge complaint. And for My Career, it's game breaking. Like, it's not that fun to play My Career games for a 3-point shooter that can't shoot threes. Like, I average 40 points a game, and I hardly ever get to make any threes because they miss. I miss almost every time. The shooting's broken, and I shoot a lot of layups. Mid-range jumpers are fine. Like, I can knock those down at a realistic amount. Like, I'm not asking to shoot 70% from the 3-point line, but, like, 40% would be adequate. I probably shooting a little better than that, but I would take 40 because it's a little bit ridiculous that a great 3-point shooter shoots 20% or less on wide open threes. But yeah, that is going to about do it for this video. 2K game has a lot of potential, but there are some game breaking issues here. I'm going to rate this, my final rating for this game is going to be 28. Like, the online's so broken and the shooting's so broken that I can't rate it higher. And the sad part is, it's only broken in My Career. I shoot fine in My League, every other thing, but those game-breaking bugs that involve My Career ruins the game because the My Career should be the best game mode, but it's not. It's one of the worst game modes because of that. So this game's getting a 28. It could be a lot higher because like the actual overall gameplay in this is the best I think that 2K's ever done in my opinion, but that's what the game's gonna get. All right, that's gonna about wrap up this video. Remember to rate the video, comment the video. Please subscribe. I'd love to hear your thoughts on every video. Tell me if you hate it. Tell me if you like it. I'd love to hear it. All right. Share the video with your friends. See ya. Bye. Oh, one last thing that I forgot to say for any new viewers or anyone who forgot. I grade games on a scale of 0 to 100. So this game being a 28, I mean it's a 28 out of 100. I should have specified that earlier, but that's how I grade games. Alright, goodbye for real. Bye everybody. See ya.